So we'll transition into Monday night, and we just want to make you guys aware we are recording this on Wednesday, so a lot's going to change between now and Monday. But we just wanted to give you the preview of our initial thoughts on this game. So currently, as of 1:34 on Wednesday afternoon, Indy is currently a 2.5 point favorite over the Pittsburgh Steelers. The over/under is at 39. Before I hand it off to you here, I'm really excited for this game. Both of these teams were in, really honest way, or could honestly have their seasons could have been done. Pittsburgh really was struggling. The Colts looked terrible. But the last 2 weeks, these teams have kind of stepped it up a little bit. Pitt came off a win 2 weeks ago. They played Cincy really close last week. And then Indy, Jeff Saturday's first game, he gets the W, and then they take Philly to a 1 point game coming down to the last 2 minutes. So I'm excited to see how these teams play each other, because I think they're playing on very similar terms right now. They kind of figured it out offensively. They have nothing to lose at all. So it could be a very interesting game, just in regards to teams playing at the same level.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And that is a great point. I mean, neither of these teams have nothing to lose. Pittsburgh's pretty young there with Pickett, Pickens, and Najee Harris. They're just all trying to work together and kind of figure it out offensively. And then, Indy with Jeff Saturday, obviously not on the field anymore, but as a coach, extremely young in his coaching career. And I think the players are really playing for him.
Right.
Whatever he's doing is working. They probably should have beaten Philadelphia this past week. But yeah, it's tough I don't have a great feel for this game. Initially, my lean is to Indy. I kind of like Indy this year, even though they have not been that good. I just think they have too many skilled players,
Right.
especially on the offensive line and with Jonathan Taylor. I do think they still have a little bit of potential, but I don't know if I want to be laying points with Indy. Taking the points with Pittsburgh is also a bit attractive. So I haven't really figured out what I'm going to do with this game. I would lean the under. I think the Steelers are getting TJ Watt, or they got TJ Watt back.
Yep.
He made his presence felt immediately. Jumping up and getting that interception was pretty awesome play for him, which he seems to make like every third game. But yeah, I could see a defensive battle here, staying under the total of 39. But I'll have to dig deeper come the weekend and see if I can find a better edge in this game.
Yeah, we have a lot of time left, and this line could easily move 1 or 2 points in either direction. So if you're taking at 2.5 is honestly that worst line you can get. So we are a ways away. You could possibly wait and maybe even get it down to 3.5 or to a 1.5 point in favor of whoever. So it's definitely worthwhile to wait on this one a little bit. My initial thought is going to go against your point total here. I like the over in this game. I just think with the teams kind of playing well, they're kind of figuring out, Pittsburgh especially just put up 30 points. That's really unheard of, even on a really good Pittsburgh team of the past.
Yeah.
So I think they've kind of figured it out offensively, and I think just the Colts are just rallying behind Saturday. So I think it's going to be more of a, that 39 is a low number. I hate taking the overs on low totals, but I think just the both teams have nothing to lose, and them kind of firing offensively and rallying behind each of their coaches and their players. I think the over would be it's an ugly bet, but I think it has, in my opinion, it has a decent chance, just because I think this is going to be a back and forth game with a couple big plays, and I could see it going anywhere. So I like the over in that game. Again, we probably don't have any juice on this yet, just because it's so early in the week. We have a lot of bets to either win or lose on between now and Monday. So but just keep in mind what our initial thoughts were on that one. We'll probably send some tweets out and whatnot of what we have for Monday night as it approaches. But it should be an interesting game. When you looked at this at the beginning of the season, it probably wasn't one that stood out the page, and it probably still doesn't stand out the page now. But I just think it has an opportunity for both of these teams to prove themselves, and to just, there are possibility of these teams making the playoffs is almost zero, but it would be great momentum for the offseason and the upcoming year, for these teams to end on a little win streak. So I'm interested to see what happens in that game. And I think it should be good.
Quickly, just
ahead.
to back your over there, Monday night overs are kind of on a little heater right now. And I
Yeah,
know that because I've gotten burned on each of the last two of them. So
yeah,
yeah,
they nail the primetime unders, go under, all that kind of stuff. And then yeah, the last couple of Monday nights have been surprisingly, yeah, offensively packed. So
yeah,
yeah, it's those the system plays always get me, and that's always what I see like on on Twitter and whatnot. People preaching those system plays. I'm even guilty of preaching those system plays, but also I'm kind of like in the law of average kind of feel. So if a system keeps hitting and hitting and hitting, I feel like it has more
exactly.
of a chance to not hit. As weird as that sounds,
Yep,
at some point it has to come back down to earth. So
exactly.